Hello everyone and welcome back to the Metal Coffee Shop soundstage at METALCON, sponsored by Metalview and Sherwin-Williams. My name's Karen Edwards and I am sitting here with Mike from ROOFLE. Mike.
Great to see you again.
It's great to see you.
Yes,
We've been
yes.
talking about this. You've been busy. Haven't seen you in some time, so I'm glad you're here.
Yeah.
But for those of you out there at home or watching, introduce yourself. Tell us what you do there at ROOFLE.
So I'm Mike Goldenstein. I'm the Chief Revenue Officer here at ROOFLE. We are a technology that embeds on a contractor's website that empowers them to have basically a layout of an Amazon type of an experience for their homeowners. So homeowners, when they come to a contractor's website, they're wanting a few questions answered. They want to see the About Us page, they want to see some reviews, and they want to know ballpark price. Is this at $8,000? Is it $18,000? Is it $80,000? A lot of homeowners just don't know.
Right.
And we're that piece that says you can have an estimate in less than 30 seconds from the comfort of your couch, 24 hours a day, at your convenience.
Yeah, who does it? I mean, anytime I do anything, I look online first. You know, I'm wanting to do some work on my house, or I'm looking for cars, or I'm looking for. We all start online, so being able to provide that information and those answers, I'm sure that's helping contractors not only attract, but maybe even close more sales.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely attract them. Our customers are getting 6 times the number of leads on the same exact ad spends.
Really?
Because that compelling reason for a homeowner who wants to give their contact information, they want to have some information first before they do that.
Right.
Because otherwise, they've put themselves into lead funnels before, and it's not always a great
Not
experience.
a great experience, yeah.
But once you're getting some information, so you're giving, the homeowner is giving their address, they're seeing their house so they can see that it's unique to them, and they can verify that it's their house, now they're much more apt to give their contact information to go along with that, because they know they're going to get something real in return.
Yeah, it makes sense, because I'm not one that likes to freely give up my name and email address, especially to someone trying to sell me something.
Right.
So, but yeah, if you're going to give me that ballpark quote, then I think that there is value in that. Now, how is the contractor notified that someone, that you've captured that information? Are they getting an email alert, a text, all of the above?
Yep, so that's all real time. As soon as a homeowner is putting in the contact information, the contractor is emailed. A lot of our systems, though, our customers are actually automating that whole process. We always hear about AI is taking over, right? We're actually already starting to see some pilot programs where AI is calling the homeowner to schedule the follow-up appointment.
Wow.
Or text or email or however.
Right.
So yes, the contractor does get notified, but typically these leads are coming in between 8 p.m. and midnight.
I was going to ask you that question. I was like, you have this data, right? When are people on there getting that information?
Yeah, I used to say, they're sitting on the couch, they're scrolling through their phone, their social media while they're watching Netflix at between 8 and midnight, and they're going, I need to get that roof. But here you've got an offer to get a quote in less than 30 seconds from the comfort of your couch, 24 hours a day. So they're taking advantage of that time.
Yeah, that's really interesting. And using those automated responders has got to be, yes, contractors are always kind of on, but it would be nice not to have to hop on your phone at 10 o'clock at night and shoot a message to someone.
Yeah, and all the analytics as far as what we call speed to lead, how fast can you get back to this homeowner, is the seconds are better than minutes are better than hours. If you're waiting more than hours, you've probably already lost the lead to a competitor. Yeah. And so a human can't get back that fast. Like we have some call centers that are trying to dial that in to 36 seconds, 18 seconds after lead gen. So they are fast, but AI can do it immediately. So and most of the homeowners are responding to an AI voice, believe it or not.
Wow, well, they're getting much better.
Yes, they are. That they are.
Wow, so what's new with ROOFLE?
So we have a couple of big announcements that we've just come out with. An app. Everybody loves apps, and we do have, our core product goes on a contractor's website.
Yep.
But a lot of contractors also have canvassing, door knocking teams and sales teams that are outside And so we don't want to corrupt that data and have them, if they need to get a quick measurement or a quote together, we don't want them to come through the website and corrupt that data that from the marketing teams gets upset, hey, what are you doing? You're messing up our numbers. So we have an internal tool that's called Rep Quotes that they have access to. So again, contractors can go in to a home, they can put in an address, and in less than 30 seconds create a quote for that homeowner, because we have the ability to get the number of squares, the pitch, and the complexity in less than 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And we built around that the ability to do that. So so the app form really helps the usability for those outside sales reps and even production guys. And then we also, financing is so key, right?
Yeah.
And as these numbers are getting bigger and bigger for these roofing projects, homeowners don't have that amount of cash sitting there.
Right.
And so we created what we call Contractor Loan Pro. We make financing profoundly simple. That's the hardest part, is that you can have these financing programs and everything, but we're trying to make it profoundly simple for the contractors or the salespeople that are out there that actually have to present these options to the homeowners. We don't need them to have a PhD to be able to work through this stuff.
Yeah,
And it can be really daunting, the number of options and what does it all mean, and we make it profoundly simple for them to get your homeowner financing options for these roofing projects.
Wow, so I understand that as a person with a marketing background, I understand why you wouldn't want your sales reps out using the tool that's measuring your marketing success of your campaigns. So it's really cool that you developed that. Was that because you were receiving that feedback of the sales guys are trying to use this, or the sales team's trying to use it, and it's screwing with my numbers?
Well, that's a great question, and we are the only instant estimator currently that gives the marketing team their analytics. Because it lives on the contractor's website, they're earning that traffic to the website, so they should be able to see how many are actually engaging with the tool, how many are actually putting their information in, their address in, now who are seeing the form fill, who are actually filling out the form fill. These are all critically important to the process. But it's an interesting question, because actually no, this was one of the first features we came out with, because ROOFLE originally started as a roofing company. It was a division of a roofing company.
Right.
And so we already knew going in that this is a key piece to the pathway of sales and the sales process. So yeah, we're a bunch of roofers that came up with the technology. So
I love it.
It's pretty cool how it works.
Yeah, I love the financing part about it too. And I want, obviously we're here at MetalCon. There's a lot of metal roofing here, a lot of metal everything here. So how is this helping contractors be able to market and offer metal options to their customers?
So I'll tell you a story. So I was a contractor for 18 years in the Twin Cities, Minnesota, and there was a huge hailstorm that came through in 2008. Right down my road, so like all my neighbors, right down the cul-de-sac, and in those days, it looks a lot different than it does these days, but I did a lot of roofing in 2008, and mine was the last house done, because I was a contractor, right? So mine's always the last work that gets done, and I had never installed a metal roof before, but I wanted to learn. I didn't really want to learn on somebody else's house, so I put together, and it was a gorgeous Edco steel roof. And the lesson that I learned out of that is, as my neighbors came by and saw this roof that I was giving myself,
they wanted it.
Oh. I didn't even give them the option. I didn't even think in those terms necessarily. And again, this was my first one, so I was thinking, but I knew of this company. I should have been at least giving them the option. So when we're here at MetalCon, we're helping them, because again, these contractors are trying to educate the world that there's a different option for them that is beautiful. Some of these metals are fantastic. They're long lasting. They're not even class 4. They're hail resistant. You've got a better or different option out there, and we want to give them a platform to be able to do that. And so we're watching contractors that want to promote this. Again, taking the educational road to it and saying, here's your asphalt option, pros and cons. Here's your metal options, pros and cons. Which ones do you want, Mr. and Mrs. Homer? And by the way, Do you want a cost difference in them? We're not going to give you generics. We're
Right.
actually going to give you the cost difference on your specific house. And that's where our instant estimator comes on. It's just a great way to promote the steel industry and the metal industry on
Yeah.
so many of these new roofing systems that are so amazing. And we're
Oh my
walking
gosh.
through them. It's
Yeah.
pretty crazy to watch what some
Yeah.
of the machinery that's building it, and so many of the manufacturers and the products are really getting very, very nice.
So if somebody's coming out to MetalCon, where do they find you? Do you know your booth number?
Yes, so we are in 3129.
Nice.
We're right by the great big
The
building.
barn
The
dominium.
big barnuminium. We are right next to that. So
Yeah.
we actually have a pretty good sized crowd
Yeah.
around our booth on a fairly regular basis. That thing is impressive.
I need to go see it up close. I have not yet, but
It's-
yeah, that's going to be donated as a
Really?
retreat for Army. Yeah, it's going to be disassembled after the show, taken to Montana, and rebuilt there, and it's going to be a retreat for Army veterans that
It's
need
very
to get
impressive.
away.
It's large. It takes up a significant
I know.
piece of landscape, but it's fantastic building.
Yeah.
Looks very cool.
Yeah, nice. Okay, and if you know what, you can't make it to MetalCon, that's okay. We know people are busy and can't always get away. We have full directories for ROOFLE on the coffee shops, so you can just check them out there, find the contact information, and learn how to take advantage of this amazing technology tool that can really help you sell more and do more.
Thank you so much. I always love being on these
Yeah,
shows.
thanks for being here. It was great to see you. And we got more interviews coming throughout the day, so don't go anywhere. We'll see you next